Hello again, guys. How are you doing? It's been a while, I know. So anyway, today is the day that I'm going to do some stuff with the BMW 535D Tourer. This is my beautiful 2007 BMW 535D, and yeah, it's M Sport one. And yeah, we're going to clean it up, tidy it up, make it look good. Apologies for the hair. We're still in lockdown. Obviously, we're more relaxed now and you can go and get a haircut, but at the moment I'm leaving it. I think we're going to grow it out, maybe even. Who knows? Anyway, it's not a program about hairdressing, it's a program about cars. So, we're in the 535D, and I'm going to wash it because it's disgusting. But I've got a little surprise for you guys. For you guys who know the car or have seen the car, you've probably seen it rolling around on 17-inch wheels. Quite rare, 6-spoke I think they are. Can't remember the model name, but anyway, they're quite rare wheels I've had on it. They're my winter wheels, but now it's time to try and make this baby look good again. So I'm putting back on the proper 18-inch wheels. It's just they've just had new rubber the other day from STS Tyre Pros. Thanks very much, guys, for that. All round brand new tyres. Alloys are going to need a bit of a clean up, but they're still looking amazing, and they're 18s now. They're the multi-spoke. I think they're called the MV2s. They look amazing. Let's get this car clean and make it shine again, and let's see what this thing looks like. Now, bear in mind, guys, I'm just going to do a quick wash video today. How to clean, how to care. I've waxed it already, so it's all been waxed a couple of months ago. I like to wax my cars twice a year if I can, at least. You don't want to wax them too often, and you don't want to leave too much product on the car, because also you will get a dull shine and eventually you get a very greasy finish, and it's really hard to get that clean again without using a decontaminant and cleaning it all again properly and going right back down to almost, you know, the proper lacquer of the car again and going for it all over again. So yeah, I like to wax them twice a year to protect them, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to be putting on miles and miles of polish. Yes, cars look great when they're clean. Yes, they look great when they polish them. But if you polish them too often, you almost get like a waxy residue that's always on the car. And it's oily and it's not nice. And it will affect the shine of the paint of the car. It will look good from a distance, but you get closer and you just will notice it's not so good. So we're going to wash the car, polish the car, and that's the video, basically. So let's see what we're going to do. But first of all, let's tidy up this car. Let's get those alloys looking good. Let's get the car clean again. Like I say, I polished it a couple of weeks ago as well. So everything's been done. But sadly, it's sat under a tree for too long. And the sap's stuck to the car. So we need to give it a nice decontaminant wash first to clean it all off. Get it looking good again. We're not decontaminating the product that's on it, but we're just going to decontaminate the rest of the stuff that's on it. So we're just going to clean it up and make it look good. So yeah, we're going to do that, and we're going to see what comes of it from there. And then we're going to go through a few little care things like that. What I will say to you guys is this is a high mileage example of this car. It's been lovingly looked after for many years. Sadly, I've had a few car park incidents where people have just driven into it because it's such a long car, such a long bussy car. It does overhang spaces, and you find people, they just don't seem to care anymore. And somebody clipped the front of it and has marked the front bumper. The other side's been attacked by what looks like some kind of bad road film, something come off on the motorway or something, or it could just be a bad smart repair gone wrong. And you may see it in the video, you may not. It looks great in certain angles because it's still a great looking car, but there are bits that aren't right with it, which will be tidied up. I'm going to get it all done, make it look showroom fresh again at some point. But, you know, at the moment, this is the family car. This is what I use for running around. And I don't use anything. I use it as a family car. Like I say, I use it all the time. So the thing is, most importantly, is it gets used and it does the miles. And that's the thing about this car, because it is the family car. You know, you don't care for it as much. I still do care for this car a lot, but it gets put to the back a bit compared to the other cars. So it gets used, it gets looked after, it gets loved and all that stuff, but it just needs to be done right. So today we're going to tidy it up, make it look good, and then we'll go from there. All right, cool. Let's hit it. So here she is, the 535 M Sport D. Got those wheels back on her again. Looking stunning. We're in summer mode now. Let's get her clean.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is, because the sound was so poor, I was basically just explaining to you that when you come across a bit of bird muck on your car, the best thing to do is leave a nice hot shampoo sponge just sitting on it for a good minute or so, and then what happened there is that will lift off really easy, as you just saw in the video. Also, you want a nice thick consistency of shampoo, so roughly a capful or a capful and a half if it's really dirty and contaminated. Anyway, let's get on with the video, and I will come back to you guys later. Hope you enjoy. As you can see, what I'm doing is I'm cleaning from the top of the car down. That way the water follows the gravity and naturally takes all the dirt down. You'll also see that I had the fuel filler cap open there, and that was because I was cleaning all around the fuel filler cap. A lot of people forget about that, and what happens is it clogs up the drainage holes in there and then will rust out from the inside out, which is never a good thing. And obviously you'll have problems, so it's best to always give that a good clean. Make sure all your drainage holes are working properly. Now, as you can see, I'm also rinsing the water straight off the top of the car and down again, because I'm pushing all the shampoo off the car this way, and it's the best way of cleaning the car. Hopefully you can see how quick it's taken as well. I know we sped it up a bit, but you can see it's coming up nice very easily. Anyway, enjoy the video. What I'm doing now is I'm rinsing. This is a microfiber cloth, best way of drying cars. Forget all these blooming old chamois and stuff like that, they don't tend to work as well. So I'm completely soaking the microfiber cloth right down until it's completely wet, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wring it all out. So I'm going to wring it right out. It makes sure it's nice and clean, obviously, but you want it slightly damp. You just want to try and get as much water out as possible. And then what you'll find is when you run it over the car, which we're about to do now, it will start taking the water off, and it will disperse all the heavy water that's on there, leaving very thin lines and almost a streak-free finish. If you keep wiping the car down like this and wringing it out as you go, you'll find that you take so much water off the car and the paint will naturally shine, leaving a streak-free finish. So, as you can see now, we're going to put the cloth straight on. All I'm doing is dragging it, and you can see the way it's taking the water clean straight off the bonnet. And that's the sort of thing these microfiber cloths do. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Here we go. So, wheels. Car looks clean, but now we really need to get on with doing these wheels. So let's start. First thing to do is give them a good soak. Try and get some of the dirt off if we can, but most of this is brake dust and it's cooked off. Now, you want to use a good shampoo again, good quality, and ideally nice and strong again, because we want to get all this stuff off. And an old sponge. Never use the same one that you're going to wash the car with. And once a year when they come off the car for the replacement, I always put the winter wheels on, so these ones come off, and before I store them I always give them a damn good clean, just to get all those bits off, because brake dust is nasty stuff. It will eat into your alloys if you don't clean them regularly. It's most important that we look after our wheels. So that's one done. Let's do the other three. Right, so let's do this wheel too. A little bit of wetting first.
So there we are, all cleaned, and that's the first stage. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to use a bit of product and try and clean them up a bit more. But as you can see, they're looking 1,000 times better already. Let's do another wheel. So obviously these are the rears, which are never as bad because you don't do as much braking through the rear, but they still need to be cleaned. You'd be surprised how dirty they actually are. Right, so, fourth wheel. There you go, that's the fourth wheel. So let's have a look at it now. Now she's all nice and clean, looking great. Let's see what happens. So, what do you think, eh? Not bad. The job I have been dying to do, itching to do, since I've had this car, is to sort out these gaping holes here and here. If you've got an E61, or an E60 actually, M Sport, you'll know that it's a blooming nightmare. Because what happens is these fall out when you go over speed humps, all those sort of things. And to be honest with you, they might even be stolen out of your car when you're parked up, I'm not sure. But speak to any E61 owner or E60 and they'll tell you if they've got an M Sport, these keep going missing. Now, I think it's just a case that they're going missing because they are made of plastic. Fall out very easily, but I'm not certain. Right, so that is the one for. So all these do, which is why they fall out all the time, they just click in here, like so. There we go. It will just click in. It's clicked in there. Clicked in. There we go. Now it's in. Perfect. There you go. What do you think? So there you go, all done, all sorted. What do you think? Not bad considering. Didn't take to spend that long on it. Actually looking good, alloys looking good, all looking good for a 13-year-old car. Anyway, that's enough for me today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and follow me on Cook on Cars on Instagram and on Facebook. And I will see you guys next time on Cook on Cars. See you later guys, bye.